or at least I try. Trying to make it different. Cool. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. One, two, and three. All of y'all joining us today. We have the one and only Di Marie. Woo! Yay! Sorry, I had to change everything up because of the fact that my stuff isn't working, but here we are. And how are you, most beautiful Di Marie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm alive and well. Thank you so very much, man. I really do appreciate you joining us today. It's kind of a remake from yesterday because you know,
Yeah.
we couldn't be here yesterday,
Yeah,
and
no, of course not. No, no.
no, no,
For
no.
unforeseen circumstances, we had to postpone it for today.
Of course, it's just
Cowboys Nation.
hey, the Cowboys did win, so
They
that was a
did.
plus.
Go Cowboys.
You're right. Definitely, I'm a big. Are you a big Cowboys fan? Are you a
I
big?
am. I am. You should have seen me yelling downstairs. Like,
Where you're just like, come
yes.
on. I know.
Yes.
I was like, what's with the kicker? You know,
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my goodness, he's gonna totally get fired, but hopefully he doesn't. I mean, I know he's done really good throughout the season, and we all have our bad days, right? But he had like a really, really bad day.
did he
Um,
ever? Did he ever?
yeah, it was pretty bad. So hopefully he stays in, but I don't know. Prayers, good vibes to him because
Well,
he did not do well last
I
night.
know. I watched this thing with where they have the Manning brothers, and they were like, Peyton Manning was getting really upset because he kept missing his kicks, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, it's a good thing he doesn't play anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
let's
overall,
Let's go
he's
ahead
awesome.
and send out a big shout out real quick to Miguelito Hernandez and Daniel. He says, "Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody going?" Big D, he's
Nice.
got the Big D's the Facebook group. He's always supporting Tejano music. I really appreciate you being here with us, D. He plays people's music videos and he plays new music. He's a big supporter of the show, which I really do appreciate because that's what we're
Nice.
about.
Absolutely.
Sharing music. We love to share music. I know you are on a new path today.
Yes.
I mean, we talked before, kind of chit chatted, and you're on a new path. And real quick, let's go ahead and listen to the song that you have out right now. It's called Déjate Amar. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Déjate Amar. Where did that come from? Because first of all, okay, sorry, hold on. Let me set the stage. You are what I call the Taylor Swift of Tejano music
Oh.
because you do a lot of your own writing. You write a lot about what's going on, so I am trying not to make you mad.
No, no, no. I try to kind of steer away from that. I love it. Taylor Swift is super successful, amazing songwriter. Not that I try to steer away from it, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about like they call me the Mexican Taylor Swift. I'm like, well, is it? I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, she's amazing. She's an amazing artist.
Well, I think one of
Um,
the deals is just because of the fact that you write what you know, which is always a good thing. You write
I
about your experiences, and that's the best way to
exactly,
write. And
and that yeah, and
you're
that's why I'm compared to her because she writes about her situations and what she's going through. And I think all songwriters do at one point or another. I've written songs for other people as well. I've co-wrote with Gabe Zavala. Um, my brother, I mean, a lot of people, even Leo from La Calma, like we've sat down and let's write together. So I mean, when it comes to a certain topic and you have to sit down and kind of brainstorm, it happens, you know what I mean? It comes to life. But other than that, yes, I write from my heart. And I love that because when I'm on stage singing my songs, you can feel my songs because I go back to that very same moment when I wrote those songs and I feel those emotions all over again, which is the beauty of being a songwriter and being able to sing, from experience. So people get to feel that with you. Um, as far as Déjate Amar, I actually did not write Déjate Amar. My brother, David Garza, wrote Déjate Amar, and he wrote it inspired by me and my life and my situation. If you listen to the song, it talks about allowing yourself to be loved again, learning to let somebody in all over again. we go through ups and downs in our lives, and we all do. And I think at that part of my life, my brother was just watching, you know, from the outside in, and he was like, "Di, you need to let yourself be loved. You need to let somebody in. You need to let somebody take care of you, somebody to love you and appreciate you." And so that's how he wrote Déjate Amar. So I inspired him to write it. It's a song. I love it. I love the beat to it. I mean, makes you move, it makes you dance. And I felt it too. When as soon as I heard it, I remember I was like, oh my God, I love it. I instantly fell in love with it. So I
Well,
love it.
it's a great song. Let's just go ahead and take a listen to it. This is Indio with Di Marie, and this is Déjate Amar.
Déjate amar, no tengas miedo. Deja quererte sin motivo. Sé que barreras construidas por el pasado en tu vida. Quiero unirme en tu camino porque me muero de estar contigo. Solo pido una oportunidad. Dime que sí, porque a tu lado quiero estar, soy feliz. A tu lado soy capaz de volar y déjame demostrar que no me importa de perderlo todo y junto a ti venceré sobre todo. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas para ti. Solamente para ti. Déjate amar, no tengas miedo. Deja quererte sin motivo. Sé que barreras construidas por el pasado en tu vida. Quiero unirme en tu camino porque me muero de estar contigo. Solo pido una oportunidad. Dime que sí, porque a tu lado quiero estar, soy feliz. A tu lado soy capaz de volar y déjame demostrar que no me importa de perderlo todo y junto a ti venceré sobre todo. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas para ti. Solamente para ti. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas para ti. Solamente para ti.
And we're back. Yeah, that was the Déjate Amar, which is really an awesome song. Thank you so very
Thank
much for
you.
those of y'all that were joining in. That was Di Marie. It's a current single that she's got going on. I said earlier, she was going down a different path. Carlos Adalco, he jumped in. He goes, she is going down the right path. She needs her time to shine. Great vocalist needs to bring her music back. I heard some of the songs the other day and knew she needed to get out on her own. Just to
Awesome.
clarify that you were part of another group and now you've moved on. Do you want to talk about it or not? That's completely up to you,
Um,
girlfriend.
I can, there's no limits or boundaries. I was a part of, well, I started with Jimmy, right? Right
Hmm.
before he passed. What was it, in 2018? I remember Jimmy calling me. Gosh, the gig was going to be in Uvalde. It was March the 24th. And I think he called me like at midnight, that he
Wow.
needed me to sing the very next day or the next night. And I was like, oh man, like, how am I going to say no to Jimmy G? You know what I mean? So
Right.
at first he calls me, he's like, Di Marie? I'm like, yes. And he's like, do you know who this is? I was like, no. He's like, this is Jimmy Gonzalez. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I was like, hi, like, how can I help you, sir? You know? And he was like, well, I've heard you sing a few times and people have told me about you. And my dad had spoken about me to him as well. My dad was a music promoter. He was
Mhm.
like, so we're playing tomorrow in Uvalde. You think you want to come and join us, for the night? And I was kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll be there, awesome. And then I remember hanging up, Lawrence, and being like, what did I just do? Like, I don't sing background vocals. I've never tried to sing background vocals. I've just never done that, So I was like, you know what? I've got this. I could do this. So I remember he sent me the set list that night. I stayed up all night pretty much, like listening to the songs, listening to the harmonies, making sure that I knew every harmony to every song he sent me. So, of course, I get there that very next day, that night, and we had a great show in Uvalde. It was a great show. Um, and I remember after that, I was like, really nervous, like, did I do good? I remember getting paid, and then he called me like the following weekend, like, hey, we're gonna be over here, do you think you want to join us this weekend? And I was like, okay, like, all right. And every weekend it just started being that way. He'd call me and like, we're gonna play over here, do you think that you want to come play with us over here too this weekend? And I'd be like, okay. And so I started like putting things together, like, okay, like this is a pattern already, am I gonna stay or what's happening, So finally he sat me down, he talked to me, and I was like, okay, this is going to go in a good direction, Once he sat me down and told me, Di, I want you to be who you are. I don't want you to change who you are. He was like, I want you to sell your merchandise. We're going to learn, the guys are going to learn your music. We're going to help you. When we get to the clubs, I want you to go and talk to the promoters, get to know people. I mean, Jimmy was super supportive of my solo career, and all he wanted to do was help. So I am super thankful to the Gonzalez family. I will always be thankful for Jimmy and to the entire family. Um, Once Jimmy passed on, Mike wanted to continue the band, and I was at 100 with him always. Like, okay, let's do this. Remember trying to figure out a name for the band, and I was like, your dad was iconic, let's go with. And there was a bunch of names, that we threw up in the air. We were both brainstorming and had a lot of other people's inputs as well. And finally it was like, you know what, it's iconics, and we're going to put two Z's in it, obviously, because that four-letter word has two Z's in it because of the last name Gonzalez. So we were like, we're going to put two Z's in it and we're going to write it, iconics with two Z's. And so that's what it was. And the guys were amazing. It's truly gonna be, it's bittersweet because I'm like, I don't know if I want to leave. It's really hard for me. I'm kind of like between these two spaces, these two walls. Like, do I move forward or do I stay? And even today, I he's still messaging me. Like, we have gigs. We have a lot of performances lined up this year, and it's not easy, to move on or to get somebody to fill in a spot that you were so comfortable in. You know what I mean? We all
Mhm.
mesh really, really well. Me, the guys, Rocky and Alex, we do a great job together as a team. So it's really hard to kind of let that go and transition to trying to, okay, you know what, I'm going to go from here, and I think that this is the best option for me at this point and right now. And I know the album just dropped, so everybody that's watching, please go out and purchase that album. I promise you won't regret it. It is an amazing album. um it's
And you're still
entitled,
on it.
I'm still on it, yes. It's entitled Te Llevo en Mi Alma. The newest single is entitled Mi Necesidad. Amazing track, amazing album. Guys, you really have to check it out. I will always support Mike Gonzalez Iconics. Again, there are a few gigs that are still pending. I shouldn't say a few, there's a lot. And Mike's like, I really need your help. So I might still do some of those gigs. I'm not quite sure yet how far we're gonna go with that. So I don't know. I'm still kind of in between. Like I said, I'm like, do I I'm definitely gonna do my own thing. I'm definitely starting, gonna get back in the studio. I do have some guys that have already messaged me like, okay, I'm down, let's do this. Super excited, and that kind of lights a fire in me too, to see people reaching out to me and saying like, I believe in you, you believe in you, like let's do this. It's your time to shine, like they say. And I really do feel that way. So and I feel super humbled that people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I want to help you. I want to be a part of your project, and let's do this. Like, so it's really exciting. It's really exciting, and again, it's an honor, to have people messaging me and have that support, that backbone. Like you're not alone in what you're wanting to do, and we fully support you and what you want to do, and let's do this together. And I'm just like, okay, let's do it. Like, it's almost like my post that I was talking about fear. Um, a lot of times we hold ourselves back because we're scared of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. Um, but I've done it before. I was my own solo artist before I decided to transition to going on the road with Jimmy. And I felt like my solo career went really, really well. And I believe that it would go really well again. You know what I mean? There's a lot of females in this industry, and I also want to be a voice for them. Like I want to be a voice to say, don't be afraid, or even for people coming in, like the new artists, don't be afraid to be who you want to be. And come on, like let's take this train and let's move. You know what I mean? So also being an inspiration to newer artists that are afraid or don't have that confidence to say, you know what, I can't do this, or where do I start? And that's another thing. Like, if you don't know where to start, please reach out to me. I can help you. Like, what do I do? Where do I start? How do I reach out to people, or how do I get my music heard? You know what I mean? And that's a huge, I think, dilemma that a lot of people run into. Like, I don't know how to get my music heard, and I could definitely help with that too. So I'm here to help in any way, shape, or form. To anybody watching, and you want to sing and you're like, where do I start, where do I go? And I have a stack of producers ready to not being biased to my brother, because my brother to me he's my, like, I'm his biggest fan, you know what I mean? And I love him, I love my brother, I love his work. um I love that he sees my visions and makes my music come to life the way that it does. um and I have a way of writing. There's a song that I wrote even on the Iconics album, entitled No Vales Nada. And even that song, if you listen to it, it totally sounds like a Dimery song. Like, and I write, the way that I write is very, I think it's me, it's who I am, it's how I write. And how I write portrays the melody and how the song really comes to life. So I wrote it and I was like, it still sounds like Dimery. Like, it still sounds like it's me. I wrote it. So I think it's really, really cool. And again, guys, go check that album out. I promise you won't regret it. It's super, like, it has different singers too on there. I know Ricky did, Ricky, I me va a regañar when he sees it. He's gonna be like, really, Ricky Guzman the third. He recorded on that. Shout out to Salomon did an amazing job also, on mixing, mastering, and producing the album. So I'm telling you guys, it's an album you need to check it out. Alex killed it on a lot of those vocals, like on all those tracks. So y'all would love it.
That's sorry. What?
No llores, no llores. It's okay.
No, my
No.
my microphone is going out, man. No, no, it's really cool that you and I've had problems, so let's not mention that to anybody. Let's keep it on the down low. No, actually, it's really really cool that you're branching out. And first of all, I've said this before to a lot of people, and on the show several times. Being a backup singer and doing harmonies is a talent all onto its own.
It is.
it does not mean that you're not capable of being a lead singer. It just means that you have the talent to do both, which is
Mhm.
a really a great accomplishment on your part. Which is, I know a lot of females that can't do it, and
Yeah.
they just don't know how to harmonize, with other people.
Yeah.
So kudos to you because that does take
Thank you.
great talent. It really does. Christina, she says, Christina Aispuro. I think that's how I said it. Sorry, Christina. Don't get mad at me. I don't know the name. My name is Michuampi Achelo, and I challenge anybody to write that one in. So anyway, she says Di Marie is a huge sweetheart, which is definitely a plus.
Aw,
Susan Solis, obviously, she's joined in. She says hello, and she also said that it was a great song. She really loved that. Uh,
awesome.
George
Thank
Salazar,
you.
he enjoyed your music as well. He says listening to this wonderful vocals, which is really
Oh,
cool.
George. He's
And
got
then
some amazing vocals too.
yes, he does from up there in Michigan,
Amazing
of course.
vocals. Yes.
And George,
Yes.
Geneva, she chimes in, loved it. So proud of you, Chiquita.
Aw.
Geneva, I talked to her at Shelly Lattice's final bow. Talk about looking gorgeous.
Oh my
She put,
God.
she's great. She's
On
wonderful.
top of gorgeous, those powerhouse
Oof.
vocals.
Oh,
Oh my
ever.
goodness.
You're right, right.
Geneva is one of the best. Like I listen to her voice. I can listen to her all the time. I love watching her TikToks because she goes and she'll sing and I'm like, oh, and then she re-recorded Como Te Atreves. And man, I love her voice. I can listen to her all the time. I'm like, she's
Well,
got a beautiful voice.
when I interviewed her, she sang as well, and I was like, well, wow. I'm not that person to ask you, well, can you sing this? I don't. I mean, you're a singer,
Ah, you
obviously.
should have.
No, 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 no. She's a singer already. I've got her album, so of course I know she's a singer. Jonathan Espinosa, who's a great producer,
Yes,
with
he is.
he's there. Woo, love Di's vocals and a songwriting style because you do have a
Thank you,
style on
Jonathan.
all onto your own. George is asking, are you going to be up in Milwaukee anytime? Are you going to Milwaukee? Is what he's asking. You know.
I want to say that Vanessa did call Mike, and I think they're gonna be out there in Milwaukee as well. Again, I I'm gonna try to do both if I can, and it's something that I need to talk to Mike about. If it's something that we can make work, then that would be awesome. Again, his schedule is really full, and I would also like to give like another female the opportunity. You know what I mean? To be a part of that band, almost like a stepping stone, just like Jimmy did for me. You know what I mean? And of course, Mike is carrying on his legacy. I
Hmm.
know he's had other females in the band as well. Andy Bustamante, who's an amazing singer as well, joined the Iconics, and she did really great. And if I could give somebody else that opportunity as well, then why not? You know what I mean? It's really hard again because I know that once you're in and you mesh well and you just have that ingredient, you know what I mean, and everything just sounds amazing. That it's like it's hard to let that go because everything is so tight. So I know it's gonna be really hard, and but like I said, you might see me at some of the gigs. Like, okay, I'm gonna help you with this one, or let's go here,
They'll
let's go
call you
there.
up,
I know.
call you up on stage if you're there. Just to happen to walk
Yeah,
in. Come on up here, girlfriend.
yeah, yeah. So I'll definitely. We'll see what happens. It's not like a complete goodbye, or we didn't leave on bad terms. I like I there is not a mean bone in my body. I can try as hard as I can to be like, to be mad but no, there's absolutely no ill or foul in my soul. So
That's
no,
always that's always
I
good. Never
just,
to burn bridges and to just keep
oh yes,
working and stuff like that. And that's definitely a plus.
absolutely,
Susan
absolutely.
Susan says, "Beautiful, keep up the good work." Katie
Thank
Ledesma, there's
you.
another person. Katie Lee, she's a singer songwriter herself, and she's got a
Yes,
great song that I'm a big fan of. She says, "I wish you the very best," which is awesome. Daniel
thank you,
says, "Live
Katie.
your dreams, dreams do come true," which is great.
Absolutely.
And he does say that Mike Gonzalez is great. Geneva gives me a big shout out, which is pretty awesome because she is Geneva. Hello, and she says,
Yes,
"Beautiful, beautifully said, Lawrence. Thank you for acknowledging the backup vocalist. We can definitely do both," which is true, and I
yes.
do believe that. And thank you, Di. I love listening to your music as well. which
Oh, thank you.
and that's
Thank you,
really
mamas.
and when I reached out to you, that's one of the things that I said to you. I was like, no, 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 no. We want to talk about Di Marie. That's what I want to talk
Yes.
about. I want to talk about your music, your writing style. First,
Yes.
I promised you I was going to tell you a story of how we met, but we didn't. Okay,
Okay.
we were in Las Vegas at the takeover, and I
Okay.
saw you in the hallway, and I am talking and I'm texting and people are reaching and everything else and calling me, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer everybody else, and a buddy of mine, he's like, hey, so who's on your list and everything else, and I said, I think I saw Di Marie earlier today, and I am going to go and ask her if she wants to give me an interview, and maybe I can get something like that. You walked by me, and I said, instead of hi, how are you? Great day. You know what I said? I like your hair. You just walked by me. You just kept walking. I was like, I guess she doesn't want to talk to me.
Oh,
I was
I'm
like,
so sorry. I
no, no,
probably
no,
didn't
no.
hear you.
No, you were actually. I think you were. I can't even remember, but I could have been more assertive and said, "Hey, can you talk to me?" and
I'm
everything
so
else. But you
sorry.
were you. We were going in different directions. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I know you were a busy woman, and that was fine. But that's
No,
my
that
story.
makes me feel bad. You should have been like, "Hey,
No,
I like your hair." No.
no, 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 no. It's just that honestly, I couldn't say anything else. I didn't even. I was like maybe 20 feet away after I walked for 20 more feet, and then I stopped and I said, I was supposed to have asked her. And I was flabbergasted. And then I did
That is
see you.
awesome.
I did see you in the where they had the stage and all the other booths and everything else. But I didn't have my camera with me, and I was just like, well, it's a
Oh,
busy, busy place there. There's so
it
much going
is.
on and
I
everything
love
else.
the convention every
Hmm.
year. I try to make it every year. Um, and I go to Vegas a lot. I think I went about 4 times just this past year.
Yeah.
So, including the convention, which it's just so fun. You get to see all of your peers, everybody that you work with, and it's kind of like a big party for all of us, like to listen to each other's music, get to listen to the new music of new people, at Shelly Showcase. I'm not sure what's going to happen now that I don't know if she's still going to be a part of the Shelly Showcase or if they're going to transition into something else. But I love seeing the new artists, the up and coming artists, that are wanting to pursue their dreams, and I loved watching all of that. So it's really really awesome. You get to go out there and meet people from literally everywhere that love Tejano music and support Tejano music and love it just as much as we do. So it's, if you haven't ever been, for people watching, if you haven't ever been at the Tejano convention, you guys need to go out there. I know, I I believe Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics are going to be out there as well this year. Um, of course, and Rocky has his conjunto going over there, and he does his show Cooking with Rock. So I think that's gonna happen out there too. So it's gonna be like a really really good year, guys. This is gonna be an amazing year. I'm probably gonna go out there as well. Because I'm there every year either way, so it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good, and like, again, if you haven't been out there, it's a great experience. You guys go out there and check it out. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I was there. I didn't really want to work that weekend. I mean that week. I was there for the entire week. I just wanted to
Yeah.
go enjoy the show, talk to people, make some connections.
Mhm.
Networking, it's a great place to network. And if you're an artist and haven't been there, you
Yes.
need to be there. Um, but I think this year I'm probably gonna go for a booth and just do a lot of broadcasting from there.
Yes, definitely.
Because I was doing some interviews and broadcasting out of my hotel room,
Hmm.
which was it was okay. It's just that we had to move beds, we had to move the wall, we had to rearrange the whole
Yeah,
room
you're
so that we could
rearranging the rooms in the
yes,
at
so
the
that
Westgate.
yeah. And it's funny because did you get there on Friday or when did you
I
get there?
usually get there on Friday. So
Okay,
I usually always miss like the pool party, which is on Thursday, which this year I'll probably be there Wednesday. I'll get there like a day earlier because you're so busy with the convention. You really don't ever leave
right.
that hotel. You don't leave that casino, because you're so busy walking around and doing so much around there and relating with everybody and interacting with everybody, that you don't get a chance to get out of your room or get out of that hotel or casino to go and have fun. So I decided, I was like, you know what? It's either I come a few days earlier so that way I could go and eat the tacos and go and
Right.
go to Caesar's Palace and go buy me a new purse or something.
All right.
Just go and enjoy yourself, you know? So I definitely encourage everybody, either stay a day before, go day before, or stay a day after. That way you can really, really get the full Las Vegas experience.
And
So,
yeah, that's definitely true. I got
mhm.
there on Wednesday and the computers were down. And
Oh,
yes, and it was just like a freak thing. And it was right
yeah.
before everybody started checking in. And I actually got there early and we were in line for like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And so, me being me, I was just joking around. I started making jokes. People started laughing. And then I made more jokes. More people were laughing. I was auctioning off my position, because there was like this long, I mean, all these people were in line. And there was just, okay, somebody can take my place, and I was doing an auction. People were laughing because, I mean, it was just funny. And they so appreciated it that they
Yeah.
upgraded my room. Not only did they upgrade my room, but I got a room. My room, they gave me 2 days off of my
Oh,
room. Wasn't
nice.
that cool?
Nice.
So
You
yes,
were working it over there.
I know I'm a freaking social whore. That's what I am.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Saludos, Di Marie and Lawrence from Sonia de la Paz. You know that
What's
is,
up, girly?
yes,
So I got to
amazing.
meet Sonia in Milwaukee. She messaged me and she was like, I forgot my iron dye. Like, you have an extra iron, or can I borrow your iron? I was like, girl, I got you. And so I told her what room I was in. She went and my hair was like over here and I had no makeup on. I was like, girl, you caught me at the wrong time. Like, don't be telling nobody what I look like with no makeup and my hair looking all. And then right before she left, so I'm a huge, I love whiskey. That's my
Uh-huh.
drink of choice, and I believe hers is as well. So she messages me right before that she leaves, and she's like, I have a bottle of Jack. Do you want me to bring it to you? I was like, girl, say no more. Say no more.
Why you asking?
Like,
Why
you
you
bring
asking?
it this way, and I promise I will take care of it for you. I will guide it with my heart. So
I will
yeah,
hold it and kiss it and love it
she's
and call it George.
yes, she's my whiskey partner.
Yeah, she said that you're a lifesaver with a bunch of heads
Aw,
up. She always
her
does
hair
that.
looks gorgeous.
She does that high hand clap thing,
Oh yes,
that emoji. And I'm always asking, what is that? What is that? And she's like, never mind. It's high five, Lawrence. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm old, so don't even, I'm too old to know these things. It's one of those things. Rosendo Villarreal, he says, keep it up, Di. You are awesome.
oh,
You
thank
know,
you. So guys, if you all don't know Rosendo, he is also an amazing musician. Plays probably every instrument: accordion, bajo, bass, guitar. I know he does TikToks, and he's literally has the videos, and he's playing all the instruments. Um, he sings pretty well too. So Rosendo is really good people. So if you guys, if you ever need like a little jingle, you have a melody, reach out to him and he's got you. I'm looking forward to working with Rosendo very soon as well. So we'll see what happens.
there you go. I don't know if you know this, but I am also a musician myself.
Are you?
I am an expert level 7 triangle player.
You sound like my sister. We were talking about it was her birthday when was it? 2 days ago? Sunday. It was her birthday on Sunday, and so we go and have brunch, and we're talking about starting a band. And my brother Dennis, he plays guitar, and so my mom looks at Dennis and she's like, "Are you ready, Dennis? Your sister's gonna go on her own, and it's time for you to shine." And of course, my brother David, well, he's my producer, and also plays every instrument you can think of. Drumming is his main instrument. He's been drumming since he was really young, really young. So that's his first instrument. And so David looks at Dennis. He's like, "Are you ready? Are we all ready? We're gonna go get on the road together." And my sister, I'm like, Desiree, what are you gonna play? She's like, well, I'm down for the triangle. Like, I'm ready to play the triangle. And I'm like, we don't have triangle, Desiree. You could have said the shaker, the Weedle. No, she went with the triangle. I was like, that's great. Like, that's my sister.
I'm multi-talented. I can also play the chimes.
Ah,
Just like that.
percussion is good.
And I know. I just like yes, But
Yes.
I don't do it in public anymore because when I
Oh,
do that, then I have people asking me for autographs, calling me on the
yeah.
horn for
We
shopping
can't
mall
have all of that.
openings, and
No,
signing
yeah.
autographs, kissing babies. It's make my life a living hell, and I don't want to do it anymore. I just don't. So that's just why I don't. Talking to Di Marie, one of the most versatile vocalists and songwriters in Tejano music. We're going to go ahead and take a listen to one of her songs. This one is
Okay.
called La Culpable.
La culpable.
Tú no sabes cómo amarme y eso duele. Cuando me llamas a decirme no me quieres. Qué tonta a rendirme a tus errores, a perdonarte a pesar de tus reproches. ¿Cómo te atreves a tratar de consolarme? Tratar de hablarme y de nuevo despreciarme. No puedo más con tantas emociones. Mi corazón ya no responde a decepciones. Lo he decidido. Me he dado cuenta que tu amor es lo prohibido. Te di todo mi amor, lo destrozaste. Yo soy de la que siempre te burlaste. No mereces mi amor, solo fuiste un error. Yo te prometo que no vuelves a engañarme. Sé que en tus ojos solo soy culpable, que por mi culpa todo era un desastre, que nunca fui fiel, que siempre te engañé. Ya basta con tus tonterías, son mentiras. Voy a encontrar a quien amar y olvidar todo el daño que me hacías. Tú no sabes cómo amarme y eso duele. Cuando me llamas a decirme no me quieres. Qué tonta a rendirme a tus errores, a perdonarte a pesar de tus reproches. ¿Cómo te atreves a tratar de consolarme? Tratar de hablarme y de nuevo despreciarme. No puedo más con tantas emociones. Mi corazón ya no responde a decepciones. Lo he decidido. Me he dado cuenta que tu amor es lo prohibido. Te di todo mi amor, lo destrozaste. Yo soy de la que siempre te burlaste. No mereces mi amor, solo fuiste un error. Yo te prometo que no vuelves a engañarme. Sé que en tus ojos solo.
I just jumped out of that song really quick. I'm sorry, I hit that button too early, but that was my fault. Once again, Lawrence is the reason we don't get working right. So, La Culpable. So, Di, tell me, where's that song coming from? Because that's kind of a different. And I love your singing style, by the way. It's
Thank
very
you.
smooth and rhythmic. And I don't know if you know this, but I actually have, and I was trying to find it, but I actually have a remix of a couple of your songs because when you first released your album, some of the DJ friends I had I have a panel of friends that are like 15 DJs. We all DJed together. I was one of the main DJs at Graham Central Station. I know you don't know what that is,
Nice.
but it
Oh,
was
I
a big
definitely
club.
know what that is.
Well, it was a big club, and I was a Tejano DJ there. I
Yes.
was the Tejano DJ. Everybody hated me, but anyway,
Uh,
I have these guys, and I give them some music sometimes, and I'm like, okay, play it. I want to see how the music does. But
yeah.
back when you released it, people were asking me, "Hey, dude, can you remix this song? It's an awesome song." And so anyway, that's my
Nice.
story of your music before I knew who you were. Before,
That's
hey, I like your
awesome.
hair. So
And she just walks past like nothing.
she was well, but
She
don't
ignored
feel
me.
bad. Don't no, don't feel bad. No, 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 no. It's
I'm
just
so sorry.
because it's me. It's just like my insecurity. Even though I talk a lot on the radio, because I sound like I'm supposed to be talking on the radio all the time. I have like this. I don't know. Sometimes I just can't talk to people for some reason,
Well,
especially
I,
if it's a
you had
beautiful
to have
woman.
been
So,
like, I like your hair because if you would have, I'm very, I mean, I have selective hearing, don't we all, right? But,
oh yeah, yeah, most
but
definitely.
usually if somebody, I usually hear it because I don't want to sound like, oh man, look, so she's being vain. But a lot of people will compliment my hair all the time.
Oh
So
yeah.
usually, and it's funny because anytime me and Mike were anywhere, um, or anywhere, period. So would say, "I like your hair," and he'd turn around, "Oh, thank you, thank you so much." And I would look at him like, "They're not talking to you, like they're talking
Right.
to me." So I'd be
Yep.
like, "Thank you." So if I would have, I promise you, if I would have heard you, I would have definitely stopped. I would have said hello, and we probably would have got to talking. But
Oh
well,
no, 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 no. And please
everything
don't.
happens for a reason.
And please don't think that I was just like I was. It was my. I was just talking, commenting on how you were so pretty that I didn't think
Thank
anything past.
you.
That's all I could think of was, I like your hair. It's, I felt like
I
what's his name?
appreciate that.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite. I like the fact that
Yes.
you're drinking low fat milk. It's just like
I love that movie. I
I
love
was just
it.
like
A lot of people hate it because they're like, "Oh my god, that movie is
I.
like, why do you like that movie?" But it's because, again, I'm a dork at heart. I love soy bien juguetona. I love to play. I love to laugh. I love like I'm just playful. I'm a playful person.
Mhm.
So and that movie is just funny. Like he's such a dork that I love it.
It's
We
it's it's wonderful.
me
It's
and
innovative.
Napoleon.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
I'm actually part of a team that is we're in the midst of remaking Chicano Amor Chicano,
amor
and
chicano.
yeah, and so I've actually and almost finishing up rewriting the script, and we're going to start shooting sometime this year.
Nice.
So
That is exciting. So, are you? Is this like an open invitation, or what's happening
if
here?
you
So,
want to perform, there's room for performers there. So this is the deal. The original film, it was written in 1972, released in
mhm.
74, and it was very low budget. If they spent
I've
seven
seen
thousand
it.
dollars, it's not a lot. But anyway, it's
I have seen
wonderful.
it.
Oh, that's well. Then you
I believe
understand.
Rick Valderrama's dad was a
Henry,
part of Amor Chicano, and Rick was actually in the midst of remaking it as well.
he's
Um,
the one that's working with me on it.
yes. So I've sat down. I watched the entire movie. It was great. It was amazing, and I'll probably be in it too. And me and Rick, we actually have sang together
That's right.
on a few tunes. So, I mean, Rick is he's like my brother, and I love Rick, and I call him Enrique. I don't call him Rick. I call him Enrique. Like he's in trouble all the time. No, I think I'm
Big,
the only one that calls him Enrique, but or maybe not. I don't know, but I know that's what I call him. I don't call him
yeah, I
Rick.
think
Like Enrique.
it's you and mom. I think.
Yes, probably, Mama. Yes.
Martin
Um,
Salazar from Midland, Texas. He says saludos. But
saludos,
like I was saying,
saludos.
yeah, he's the one that approached me, and we've been at it. We've been at it for a couple of months
Awesome,
actually. So it's kind of it's
awesome.
in the works and everything else. And you know, um, you know, I don't even know why I mentioned it. I was thrown off track. There you go. That's
It's
why.
been years in the making, I promise you. I promise you. So I'm glad to hear that it's gonna come to life. It's gonna be really great. I know Rick does amazing things, and when he sets his mind to something, he definitely puts it out there, and he makes it, a reality. So he's very inspirational. Um, Of course, he has his own brand, Tejano Ain't Dead Baby, which is everywhere. You know what I mean? You see Tejano Ain't Dead Baby caps, T-shirts. Yep, there you go. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
everywhere. I have tons of Tejano Ain't Dead Baby T-shirts in my closet too that I need to start sporting, and even
Well, I
my
mean,
cap.
I brought it up because of the fact that you were on his you've sang a
Yes,
couple of you've done a couple of duets and everything else. Do
yes.
you have that in plan? I mean, you've mentioned several artists that you're going to be working with.
Mhm.
Do you, are you planning on doing a duet and some of the music that you're going forward with? Or are you,
I
I don't know
yes,
what's on the
absolutely.
what are you thinking? What's your thing that you're thinking about? I know it's a new direction, but what direction?
So of course collaborations are always amazing. I do have a few songs that I've sang with other artists. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Bajo Cero, but I did do a duet with Juan as well. Alguien, it's entitled Alguien, and Rosendo was actually one of the guys that recorded on that song as well. Great song. If you haven't heard it, it's on YouTube. I tried to put it out. I did my best. Maybe I'll reach out to High Def and see if I could put it out again.
Mm-hmm.
I know Casey did background vocals on that song also. It's an amazing song. Again, it's entitled Alguien. Juan from Bajo Cero, I think the guys from Bajo Cero did the bass and all of the instruments behind it, and it's or High Def did them as well. But amazing song, and of course with Rick Valderrama, I've done Vivir lo Nuestro. But yes, in the near future, I would love to collaborate with any artist that would wants to reach out. Also, if you guys want to do a duet together, like let's do it. I'm all about collaborating. Again, this new venture, it's really kind of picking up where I left off. Is how I feel. La Culpable was the title to my second album. Um, Going back to that song, I wrote that song because I was going through a breakup, and he kept saying that it was my fault. Like, it's all your fault, and you were doing
Mm-hmm.
this and you did that, and blaming me for this and that, and I literally want to say I wrote that song in like 10 minutes. Um, I usually I'll get a melody in my head just out of nowhere. It's just kind of like something will inspire me, or I'll hear somebody say something and I'll run with whatever I just heard. And with that song, I picked up my pen, and it was just, it comes from the heart. And I guess that's why these words and these songs come so quickly, because you're in the moment and it's how you feel. And in that moment, that's exactly how I felt. I felt like he was blaming me for everything. And I was like, it's not my fault. Like, it takes two to tango.
Right.
Right. And I just felt, really fierce with that album. Like, this is me. This is who I am. It wasn't my fault. And you know what? I'm going to tell my story through song. And I always say, if you listen to my albums from start to finish, from the very first one, Todo de Mi was my very first album that I dropped November of 2014. It literally tells a story of my life. And I can literally stop and tell you stories of my songs and why I wrote them and what inspired me to write them. And again, that's why I say when I go and I sing them live, I'm truly, truly, truly singing them from my heart, because it takes me back to that very moment when I wrote the song, how I was feeling, what inspired me to write it. And that's the beauty of songwriting. So, and I've had other people reach out to me like, how can I where do I start, or how do I start writing, or where do you get your inspiration from? And it's really unexplainable. I other people, and I could sit down with you, like say you sit down with me and you tell me a story about your life, and I'll ask you, like, can I write a song about you? Like, can I write a song about your life? I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, yeah, that would be awesome. And just your story will inspire me so much that I can turn around and write about it as if I was you. And and it turns out just amazing. And then they'll listen to it and be like, wow, like that is how I feel. And but I'm there to listen to you, watch your emotions, listening to you tell your story. And so I kind of feed off of that too. Like, okay, I feel kind of get in your shoes and, okay, I feel what you're feeling, and this is how I imagine that you're feeling, and then I write from that. So writing to me is beautiful. It's my outlet. It's how I express my feelings, and it's to every songwriter out there. I mean, I know that they can relate, and to them it's probably their way of letting it out too. You know what I mean? Like their emotions, their feelings, and you know everything that you have bottled up inside. You just kind of let it out, and it's an inspiration. It really is, and it's beautiful to be able to get on stage and do what you love, but not only do what you love, but express it through song. So it's a beautiful thing. I love songwriting. I always said, if I can't be on stage doing what I love, at least I can write and have other people record my music, and I can still hear my music on the radio. I could be like, hey, I wrote that song. um and it gives me that same feeling of fullness. You know what I mean? Like I feel accomplished. So it's really amazing. I love it. I love it.
Well, Ernie Gonzalez, he just chimed in and said, "Die is one of my favorite
Oh,
songwriters,"
thank you,
and
Ernie. I've written
and
for Grupo Alamo as well. um
you've written actually for several different people. I think you mentioned a little bit of it at the beginning of the show, but it's really
yes.
awesome that you have that. I have an idea for a song, and
Okay,
I'm
let's
telling
talk
you, I'm going
about
to
it.
share it to you. So what it is, it's a very dramatic song about a
Hmm.
spider. Okay, so his goal is to go up this water spout. Hold on, it gets better. He goes up this water spout, and then the drama is this: it starts to rain, and
Oh
it
no.
washes him out. I'm just telling you, it's a hit.
Oh,
It's a hit.
does he die, or do you know? I mean,
No, because he goes right back up, and
oh,
it's
there you
just,
go. And the
it's
sun, the sun comes out. That is awesome.
and it's
Oh my
and
God.
he's not a big one. He's an itsy bitsy one. So there's a song in there somewhere. I know there is.
I think I've got you. I
Yeah,
think I've got this.
I
I've
know
got you.
it's
It's gonna
hard.
be a hit.
It's
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 gonna be a
hard to
hit.
hard to bottle all of this talent that is Lawrence Indio. But I just want to share, because that's what I do. Share good stuff.
Well,
No,
thank
just
you. Thank you.
I know I'm a moron, but that's okay. I
No, you're
appreciate all
not.
of your music. It is really awesome that you're doing that. And you know what? I do envy you. And I envy you because of the fact that you're a singer and a songwriter. And what you do, music is eternal. And one of the things that I
Absolutely.
envy is that somebody kissed to your song. Somebody said, I love you to your song.
Oh,
Somebody danced their first dance to your song. Even that
yes.
little 13-year-old kid, oh my God, my elbow touched her elbow in front of everybody to your song.
Yes.
You have that gift that you share with other people, and that's really truly an envious thing. And you should be commended for your sharing of, because I believe that every artist puts a little bit of themselves into everything that they do. um, and it's
All of
it's it's
themselves.
you know it's wonderful to see that you are there to share and everything else. When you were talking earlier, you said you were willing to help out people that were new, that starting out in the
Yes.
business. And I did mention that when you were first came out, when you first released your album, you were amongst four other females that were mentioned and saying these are the females that you need to look out for. These are going to be the next level Selena persons. And I don't like comparing you to Selena, because Selena's a totally different person. You can never be Selena. Selena is who she is. That's what she is.
Absolutely.
But you being yourself and still being able to reach and influence and inspire and blaze the road, because you are that person. You've done a lot of things that are unique to Di Marie, and you've carved out a name for yourself. And I've reached out to you. You've ignored me, of course, but no,
Oh,
just kidding, just kidding. No,
I'm so
right? It's like that guy's such a jerk.
you're
No,
gonna you're gonna make people think like, man,
no,
she
no,
doesn't.
no, 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 no. I'm just playing. No,
I
I mean
promise.
you're. It's just that you are such an accomplished person, and That's really one
Thank
of the
you.
reasons that I wanted to talk to you, was because of the fact that I wanted to share your story and share your music, because your music needs to be heard. I believe that
Thank
all
you.
good music should be heard. It should be given the opportunity to be heard for
Absolutely.
people to fall in love with it. And you do have such good music, great vocals,
Thank you.
really well structured. There's a song that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to share with the audience that are listening. You wrote this song, Ya no me importa. Tell me about this song.
Oh, so ya no me importa. I wrote that song. Again, it's pretty deep, that song. I remember while I was writing it, I
Well, we lost her. Well, that being the case, it's okay, because we're going to be right back. I'm going to try to get back on the line. In the meantime, here is the song, Ya no me importa, Indio on Cubo Radio. Thank you very much.
Cómo me duele, siento que se parte en dos mi corazón con solo verte. Me quedo sin palabras, no puedo explicar cómo se siente. Estoy tan derrotada, no quiero saber ya más de ti. ¿Cómo pudiste decirme que me amabas y yo sin pensar? Tú me mentiste. Dijiste que a mi lado tú siempre estarás. Tú me fingiste. Que a esta hora tú te encuentras en los brazos de otro amor. Ya no me importa. Quédate con ella si te hace feliz. No hay de otra. Y ya lo decidí, por fin déjate ir. Aunque tú imploras, en mi corazón no volverá a llorar jamás por ti. No se me olvida, lo que tú me has hecho es imperdonable. Vete de aquí. Espero que esa decisión de engañarme te hizo feliz, que valió la pena, porque ahora al fin tú vas a sufrir. Cómo me duele, siento que se parte en dos mi corazón con solo verte. Me quedo sin palabras, no puedo explicar cómo se siente. Estoy tan derrotada, no quiero saber ya más de ti. ¿Cómo pudiste decirme que me amabas y yo sin pensar? Tú me mentiste. Dijiste que a mi lado tú siempre estarás. Tú me fingiste. Que a esta hora tú te encuentras en los brazos de otro amor. Ya no me importa. Quédate con ella si te hace feliz. No hay de otra. Y ya lo decidí, por fin déjate ir. Aunque tú imploras, que en mi corazón no volverá a llorar jamás por ti. No se me olvida, lo que tú me has hecho es
That was, yeah. She said we need to talk about you too, Lawrence. And actually, I was saying,
Yeah.
ya no me importa. That's what she said afterwards, which is okay. No, just kidding. You know what? I feel so bad because I'm always joking around and I just reach for whatever it is. Please understand that Di Marie is the sweetest, kindest person I've talked to
Thank
in a
you.
long time. Not only is
Thank
she
you.
beautiful, but she's also a great person. So please do not take
I
my jokes to heart. Cynthia Bustamante came on and she needed something done for her toe. She had a problem with her toe and she needed the doctor to take a look at it. By the end of the show, I was saying that she had a club foot.
a club foot.
No, she didn't.
You said that.
You see, I
Oh
did
my
not mean it. She
goodness.
was just like, whatever.
You know what's funny is you say clubfoot, and my mind went to, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It's again, it's like Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Right.
So the girl's at the club and some guy asks her to dance or something. And she's like, I think my shoe's filling up with blood. And she like walks off slow, like dragging her foot. I'm
Right.
like, oh my God, that's horrible. But
I know.
yes.
Hey,
But
Rick
shout out
Banana
to,
just joined us. He says, "Hi,
there
die,
he
my
is.
sister." The George Clooney of Tejano music.
Yes, he is. We were talking all about you, Enrique.
You're right, Rick,
About,
the main man. He's
yes, yes. My brother. That's my brother right there.
mhm.
I have love, mad, and respect for him. And again,
Just wait till this movie, until we start doing this movie. I'm telling you,
yes.
Rick and I have big plans. He gave me the okay to go ahead and talk about it, which is pretty cool
Awesome.
because we'd been
Awesome.
sitting on it for a while. We needed to make sure that it was moving forward.
I'm telling you,
And
it's
so,
been years in the making, and it's
mm,
once it's all said and done, and like I said, when Rick has a vision, he makes it come to life, and that's what I love about him. He's so inspiring. You talk to him, and he's like, I want to do this, and let's do this, and let's do that, and and he makes it happen. He doesn't just talk about it; he is about it. So that's one of the things that I really, really, truly love about Rick.
yeah,
Is and again, it's
I've been lucky because I've been that person that I've never wanted to be that person. I wish I did.
see,
I'd never want to be that person that says that I wish I did. I wish I did. No, I'm going to go out there and do
yes,
it. And
absolutely,
that's kind of the thing that I really admire about you because of the fact that you took an opportunity that was given to you by Jimmy. You went and did your thing, but then you didn't forget that you were also a singer songwriter. Have your own music, and now you're ready to move forward
yes,
with another step. That doesn't mean that you can't come back and enjoy. I mean, how
yeah.
many times have you seen David De Garza with Jay Perez or with
Oh,
Ram?
all the time. Yeah.
So that's not something that's definitive. Never gonna get back together again. It's not the Hell Freezes
Yeah.
Over tour with. But the thing is
Absolutely
that
not.
the thing is that you're moving forward and that's a courageous move. We need to acknowledge that it takes courage to do what you do, to
It
put yourself
really
in front of other people so that way people can sit there and enjoy part of what you have, the joy and the love that you're willing to give. And to you, kudos big time because I really do appreciate that. And yes, I was dumbfounded by your beauty when I first saw you in real life. Because, let's face it, this day and age, Facebook, they got all the filters and everything else, but
yeah.
you are beautiful just like you are beautiful in your pictures and everything else. And I think that's
Thank
probably why
you.
I didn't have anything else to say when I saw you in the hallway. I was like,
I appreciate that so much.
so
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. And I promise if I would have heard you, I totally would have stopped and would have spoken to
it's
you
not
and
on you. It's not on you. It's on me. You had nothing but you did everything you were supposed to. It was me. I was the creepy guy that couldn't say anything other than I like your hair and stuff. Do you know how to use a bow staff? It's just
right.
you were Laura
I would
Sands
have been
is
like,
joining
what?
us, right? Yeah, that would have been great. That's gonna be my new thing to say. How are you with the bow staff?
That's funny.
Yeah, Bobby
That is
Castaneda
too
from
funny.
California. Hey, says Lawrence is starstruck. Yes, I am.
Oh, shout out to everybody in Cali. Man, we
Right.
need to get out there. We need to get to Cali. Um,
Mhm.
Somebody needs to open that door for us over there in California because there is a lot of Tejanos out there also. So I know with the Iconics, we're supposed to play in Iowa like in 2 weeks. Chicago, Milwaukee again. So a lot of out of state gigs coming up, and California would be great, a great stomping ground as well. So
Yeah,
that would
Rick,
be awesome. So if anybody out there from
right?
Cali, let's do this.
Rick shares that Di also has a beautiful heart. Yes, she
Oh,
does. So it's really awesome. Um,
thank
you
you,
know,
Enrique.
uh,
Rick's family is like my family. Like I see, I when I say he is my brother, like he truly is my brother. Like his family, we kind of we've just meshed really well. I would literally go over. I love his mom. Oh my God, es un amor, su mamá. I love, and I call her mom too. Like I call her mama. His kids are amazing, amazing kids. They all have beautiful hearts, beautiful hearts. The entire family, his sister, his brother, Rich, like they're all beautiful people. So it's good when you find good-hearted people to fill your soul. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of bad, and when you find just good people, good genuine people, that they'll be your friends for a lifetime and become family. So to me, that's what Rick is. Him and his family are my family, and he knows that.
he's
He
he's
knows that.
he's a really good guy. We get together all the time.
Yes.
Whenever I get to San Antonio, we try to get together at least once to eat.
Yes.
He's a really awesome person. His brother actually is like me. I'm a transplant recipient. His brother's waiting on a
Yes.
transplant, so we have that in
Hmm.
common. We have that parallel. And
Yes.
it's really awesome to have friends in the business. And like you said, unfortunately, there are some bad apples that are out there, and
Hmm.
but that's with everything. There's always
Yeah.
going to be that element. There will if without any darkness, there would be no light. So
True. True.
and the beautiful thing about being on the right and being the light, even the smallest little ember still shines brightly in the dark. And
Exactly.
that's really one of those things. And just since you brought it up, I want to go ahead and give out my full disclosure statement that I always do on the show, which is I am a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMIC, SEC, and all five other entities. If you listen to Cuvo Radio, there is an add to cart button. Whenever you see the song, you can go ahead and click on it. It'll take you to Apple Music. You can buy the music there. I do not
Nice.
make any money from that transaction. However, because I am part of the program, I do get a discount for my licenses, which are very expensive.
Nice.
However,
Yeah, I bet.
that is full disclosure open, so that way anybody has any questions, that's why that's there. I do not sell people's music. I am part of a program that does, and that's Apple Music, and that's the regular Apple Music that you would be buying
Nice.
from. So it's one of those
Yeah.
things.
Very nice. Well, thank you.
Oh, well.
Thank you for your disclosure.
Well, it's just because some people they don't understand how internet radio station works. Some
Uh,
internet stations, unfortunately, are not. They don't have any scruples, and so they don't have that the licensing. I make it a point that I do. I also make sure that everybody knows, in order for you to keep Tejano going and to support your favorite Tejano artists, you have to go out to their shows, go out to their
yes.
shows and watch their shows and buy their merch that goes immediately to them. And another thing, do not do this. Put your phone down and watch them.
And enjoy the show.
The memory
Yes.
is going to be 10
Yes.
times better than what your phone is. How many times you look at the phone, you
Yes.
look at the video and go, man, I thought it was more prettier than that. It's
But you know what it is that there are so many videos, and I tell myself this because I used to be that person too, with my phone out and like, oh yes. And I learned that, being there in that moment, because obviously if you're going to a concert, say you're going to go see Bruno Mars, somebody else is already recording it, and
right.
it's going to be either on YouTube, or they're going to put out the live version of it, and you can say, hey, I was there and I saw it and I experienced it and I got to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Not just behind your phone screen, but you were actually there and in that moment. So I
Right.
get it though. I get it. I get, being somewhere and having your phone out and being like, yes, I was here, because you want to take it back and show it to other people too. Like, look where I was at. Let me show you, so you're excited and in the moment. So I get it. but I'm all about being there and being present. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, most definitely. Put it down. Enjoy the show. Look, guys, if you're
Yes.
holding up, trying to take a picture of Di Marie or get a video of her up there singing, and your girlfriend is standing right next to you going, hey, well, that girl, her boyfriend is dancing with him.
Yeah.
Mm,
Then they're going to get mad.
mhm. And she's going to be like, you're going to get, you want to go out to eat, you're going to McDonald's. You may not get
Yeah.
fries. You know, so
No fries for you.
right?
No
Rick
fries for
Valderrama
you.
says, vivir lo nuestro, live today. That's right, Rick. And you,
Yes. So,
Carly Sanchez joins and says, I love you, Di. Pretty
oh, I love
girl.
you too.
This is a great
So
show.
Vivir
You
Lo Nuestro.
uh-huh.
Vivir Lo Nuestro is mine and Rick's it's on Rick's album. It's the duet that we did together. That's the title of the song, is Vivir Lo Nuestro. So if you have it on there and want to play it, I don't know, everybody knows, if you know Rick, you know that he is a huge Mark Anthony fan.
Oh yes, most
Um,
definitely.
so that song is actually a Mark Anthony and La India recorded that song together. So when he brought it to my attention, he's like, listen to this song. It's really great. And, I want to record it. And will you do it with me? And of course, produced by Art Guillermo, one of the greatest producers out there as well. So I don't know if you have it and you want to play it, or if you'll say
I
it's a
do
great song.
have
I
it.
love it.
I do have it, but I don't have where I could bring it up. Here, let me
It's not my
see.
fault, Enrique. It's not my fault. No.
Ha, right? No, no.
You know,
Henry,
I'm ready to shift the blame on you, Lawrence. I'm
yes,
sorry.
go for it. He knows already. He knows, why he let me know. I mean, how I know that song because he told me about it. He's like, he's the one
Yes.
that says that. He's like, Lawrence, man, you got to listen to that song, and I did,
It's
and he
really
did tell me
great.
that you were on it. And on top of that, I didn't know it was La India, but you're here with
Yes.
El Indio, so there we are. We have a lot of parallel. So it's just,
It is a really great song.
yeah.
And when we did it, I was doing harmonies. That was probably one of the first songs that I did. I mean, I harmonized in my own music as well, but to actually do a duet with somebody for the first time and harmonize, so it was really a great experience to get in the studio with Rick, and you know,
It's
and it
it's
came out great.
Yeah, and like I
It's
said,
a
it's
really great
it's
song.
it's really difficult. It's difficult to harmonize with everybody and pay attention to where their key is going. Leading
Yes.
tones also have a big thing to do with it, because a lot of people don't realize that, when it's recorded, that's recorded. That's permanent and everything else. But when you're on stage, sometimes
Yes.
you have to cut a song short because of the fact that you are not feeling well or out of breath or all these different
Hmm.
factors are in it. Man, the bass player is feeling it. Let's give him a solo, that kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of different things. But to harmonize live is a whole different animal, and that's really one of the
Hmm.
things, like I said, you should be commended for because it is amazing.
Thank you.
Rick, do not get mad at me if I don't play that song. This is Di Marie's show, not yours. No, just kidding. No, he's
Oh my God.
he's a great guy. He's an awesome person. It's just I love him to death, and he knows it. So
I
that's
love
really
him
cool.
too.
Yeah,
I love him too.
we hang out, we have a great time, and actually I didn't get a chance to hang out with him this past weekend or this past Thursday or Tuesday when I was there, and he's like, Lawrence, tell me what time, I can't just drop everything for you. And I was like, hello, why not? No, just kidding.
Hello, it's me. Yes, you
It-
can. What are you talking
it's
about?
it's El Lorenzo, come on now, just no, it's just he gets busy, and he's always doing
He's a
something.
very busy
Yeah,
man. He
he's
is always doing something. Yes.
let me ask you this. Where did you get the idea to color your hair the way you do?
You know, so when I was in high school, um, God, many, many moons ago, I'm not gonna say when because then was you're gonna tell my age and I don't want that.
Mm,
So no,
it was
no.
2 years
So
ago. We know that she just graduated 2 years ago. So
yes, I just graduated 2 years ago. Straight out of high school. No, so there was these girls, that they would dye was the tips of their hair. So it was just the very ends of their hair.
Mhm.
And they would dye them red and they would use Kool-Aid to dye
Oh
their
yeah,
hair. And
I remember that time. Yeah,
it
correct.
was always red, and I was like, God, when I get older, I'm gonna do that. Like, I want to dye my hair red. And of course, my mom probably, if I suggested it, she'd be like, no, hombre, estás loca, you're not doing that to your hair. And um I don't remember exactly what made me do it. I knew that I knew I wanted to be bold. I knew that I love the color red, and I was like, you know what? I love it's. I wanted like a Sharon Osbourne red. That's what I call it. It's the Sharon Osbourne red.
Hmm.
Ozzy Osbourne's wife has red hair, and it's bright
Hmm.
and just fierce, and it's just I love it. So all in all, I've had my hair red like this for about 7 years now. 7 years I've had it. And somebody actually, I went out to lunch with one of my friends earlier. Shout out to Veronica Guajardo. She was like, Amiga, how do you keep your hair so vibrant and so red? And I'm like, Amiga, it's been 7 years. I think I've learned to perfect the red already. And
Right.
she's like, well, you're doing a great job. I'm like, it's a lot of work, but I've just it's a part of who I am, you know what I mean? And I feel like if I change it any other color, if I tried to do it, it just wouldn't be me or my personality, you know? And I say the same thing about my car. My car
Hmm.
is like a bright, like it's like a red orange with like racing stripes. And I'm like, that is so me, you know what I mean? I went out looking, I wanted a new car for Christmas, right? So I went out, went to the bank, got a loan first. And then so I'm like, okay, I got the loan. Let me go look for a car. I'm looking and looking and looking. And I was like, there is nothing that I love anywhere. I went to like 7 different dealerships and I was like, I love my car. Like, there is nothing that I could say, I love this more than my car. And I was like, and if I can't find anything that I can say I love more than my car, then I'm staying with my car. So needless to say, I got a loan and no car. But it's just it's a part of who you are. It's a part of who I am. I think it meshes well with my personality and who I am. Um I like to say that I'm a very I'm a very vibrant person. I'm a happy person. Uh I just I want to be the light in somebody's day. I want to, if you're having a bad day, you know how they say, if you can make somebody smile, then just and do that, just and show them your smile. And you don't know what people are going through. We don't live with other people, understand their lives. And there's some people that you'll say hi and they're just bitter and they're angry, or they're just not having a good day. And you know to me it's like, man, if you could just make that one person smile, then make that person be that difference in their life. um that's who I want to be. So, and that's what I inspire to be. That's what I live for every day. If I can inspire at least one person each and every day to feel even better about themselves, or even get them to smile, then I did my good deed for the day. So I feel like it's a part of who I am. My hair is a part of who I am. And yes, it's different. And some people think of it like a rocker look, or they'll look at me like, God, man, like that girl has red hair. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I wonder what people say about me. Like, look at that girl over there. Like, she has red hair. Like, who does she think she is? Or but it's just it's a part of who I am. And I feel like I've had it this way for a really long time, and it suits me. You know what I mean? It's a part of me. So
Let it be
I
you,
love it.
girlfriend.
Yes.
Let it be you. Rick, by the way, he sat there and he says, I took Indio to Rolando's Super Taco. Holy smokes, was it a super taco? I did not know they were super tacos like that. And
They were big.
they were big. They were very, very big.
Yes.
That's really awesome that you say that you want to help people and everything else. I live my life in the hopes and dreams that my children would be as proud of me as I am of them.
Absolutely.
But how difficult is it to say hello? How difficult is it to give them a smile? It is not. It doesn't cost you anything. It's really easy. It takes something like 18 muscles to make a frown, but only takes 6 to make a smile. So
Oh.
save the wrinkles, do the best that you can. I make people smile all the time because I'm goofy looking. God was saying looks.
No.
I thought he said books. I said I'll have a funny one. He gave me funny looks. So that's the deal. He just,
You sound like
he's,
my mom. My mom always says that. there's a movie that says that too. I think it's Matilda. The mom's like, "You chose the books, I chose the looks," and my
Oh yeah.
so everybody that my mom is like my bubble gum. She's my right hand man. She's my rock. She's my inspiration. Like my mom goes everywhere, literally everywhere with me. So anywhere you see me, you see my mom. And
That's
my mom says, I have fans. Ella dice, yo tengo fans. Voy contigo y yo tengo fans. And I'm like, and I don't like the word fans. I think I've always said it in many other interviews. I don't like the word fans. Um, I love to say I have a lot of friends that follow me and that we grow together as a family. We grow to love each other. We grow to understand each other, and it's just I get it. It's just a word. I'm like, no, I don't like the word fan. I don't. I've never liked it. And maybe it's a part of me being grounded. Like we are all the same. We are all one, and we are no different than anybody else. We are human. We bleed the same and we cry the same. We're all human. So to me that word is just like so when she says that I have fans, I'm like, you go on with your bad self, girl, you go. And my mom, she runs with it, and I'm like, I love you, mom. And everybody that comes across my mom, they know she's a free spirit, and they fall in love with her instantly. And I always say, we go out and I have to take care of her. It should be the other way around, that
right.
I'm the one like following her around, like, mom, calmate, what are we doing? And I'm like, apaciguate, like you need to behave. And she's like, hi. And then she'll look at other people. She doesn't let me have any fun. And I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
But I love my mama. She is my biggest fan. I love her. I love her. Shout out to my mama, Edna. Everybody knows my mom.
Edna's her name. That's
Edna.
great.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I beg to differ. We're not all the same. I am actually one of a kind. When they made me, they broke the mold. It's because they didn't.
Ooh,
It's because they didn't want to make the same mistake twice. So, see,
you're a blessing. You are a
that's a long
blessing.
way for a joke. That's no,
You are a true blessing.
it's really cool. And you're right. If that's the way you feel, that's awesome. Let me ask you this: what was it like the first time you heard yourself on the radio?
The first time I heard my song on the radio was on KXTN here in San Antonio. Johnny Ramirez, shout out to Johnny for spinning Estoy Cansada for the very first time. I remember I was driving. I don't even know where I was going, but I remember um, feeling a sense of accomplishment. I not only because I wrote it, but because it was just it was the first time, and it I was kind of in shock, and you would think that I would be like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited!" Like, like, and I was really calm, and I remember just thinking like, "This is awesome! Like, this is amazing. Now, where do I go from here?" You know what I mean? Like, okay, I reached this goal. It was one of my goals. Now, what am I gonna do next? Like, how am I gonna top this, and where are we gonna go from here? Because it's not easy, to put out what you think is great material may not be great to the rest of the world. But I knew instantly when I wrote the song, and I wrote it as a ballad. I was actually going to re-record it as a ballad here soon, um, in the original way that I wrote it. It was a really sad song. It wasn't a cumbia the way that it sounds. My brother completely transformed the song. Um, but I wrote it as a cumbia. I'm a cumbia writer. If any of you guys need a cumbia out there, you call Di, and I will. I can't guarantee you it's not going to sound like Di Marie, but you know what? Some producers can make magic and wonders with the songs that you send them. So it doesn't have to sound like me. Yes, I wrote it, and there's a lot of stuff like that I've written. So I know, and I'll listen to it, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even hear it that way. So
Right.
it just depends on the producer and the way that they make their magic to bring it to life, really, in all honesty. Um,
Well, that's really
so
awesome. So let's go ahead and take a listen to Estoy Cansada here on Cubo Radio with Di
awesome.
Marie in Dio.
No quiero ni pensar las cosas malas que me has hecho. Vivo mi vida en un lamento. Ayúdame a salir, que estoy sufriendo junto a ti. Estoy cansada de estar esperando. Por mi orgullo ibas a cambiar. Y aunque estuve en contra de todo este mundo, hallé la manera de superar. Te di mi vida, mi cuerpo y mi alma, que no supiste valorar. Ya no pretendo seguir a tu lado y no pienso regresar. No quiero ni pensar las cosas malas que me has hecho. No puedo asimilar, este dolor me mata lento. Estando junto a ti, vivo mi vida en un lamento. Ayúdame a salir, que estoy sufriendo junto a ti. Estoy cansada de estar esperando. Por mi orgullo ibas a cambiar. Y aunque estuve en contra de todo este mundo, hallé la manera de superar. Te di mi vida, mi cuerpo y mi alma, que no supiste valorar. Ya no pretendo seguir a tu lado y no pienso regresar. Estoy cansada de estar esperando. Por mi orgullo ibas a cambiar. Y aunque estuve en contra de todo este mundo, hallé la manera de superar. Te di mi vida, mi cuerpo y mi alma, que no supiste valorar. Ya no pretendo seguir a tu lado y no pienso regresar. Estoy cansada de estar esperando. Por mi orgullo ibas a cambiar. Aunque estuve en contra de todo este mundo, hallé la manera de superar. Te di mi vida, mi cuerpo y mi alma, que no supiste valorar. Ya no pretendo seguir a tu lado y no pienso regresar.
Nice. Lawrence didn't do a very good job on that time because it ended suddenly. That was once again Lawrence's fault because I'm so amazing. Oh my gosh, God, look at me. Hijo, no wonder my mom doesn't call me. She's like, ah, that's my mijo when I graduated college. And then afterwards, she's like, I don't know that guy. It's- Have you ever been so bad in school? Not in school, but I mean in like behave so badly at the store where the lady where your mom is like, I don't even know this kid. Somebody needs to come and pick up their child.
Yeah. Hmm.
You
Yep.
talk about how your mom loves you and your mom is always with you. My mom loved me so much that she left me at the mall like 6 times and taught me how to get home by myself. She taught me life skills. That's what she did. Life skills.
Hey.
Carly Sanchez, she sends a bunch of hearts. Thank you so very much. Sergio Barbosa, he
Oh,
says, hi, amigo. And Di Marie. Edna, she
hola,
sits
hola.
there. Yeah, Edna and Albert Macias, hearts
Those are
blowing
my
some.
parents.
There
That's
you
my
go.
mama.
Hi, Mama. How are
I
you?
love you, mom.
Yeah, I love you too, Mom. Thank you so very much. I hope my mom is watching so that way she can get some pointers and stuff like that. One of my favorites.
Dile que no.
No, my mom, are you kidding me? Who the hell that man? Just kidding. my, my mom's gonna listen. She's like, oh, I don't. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Because I always tell jokes and stuff like that when I was a kid. Because I was always joking around and everything else. My mom was one of those people that used to sit there and say, "Give me something to hit you with," and then come back with a sock.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
great idea. The great. Hey, at least they wouldn't tell you go outside and bring me a limb,
right.
go bring me a little branch, and then
Hmm.
pa pegarte.
No,
Like
no, she would
that's how
say,
the old
yeah,
days were.
she would say that. Go outside and get me bring me a limb, and I'd come back in with a limp, and she's
Which what
like,
do they call them?
switch, yeah. She's like, bring me a limb, and I'm like, I come back limping. She says, I said a limb, a tree switch, and I was like, oh, I thought you said go back and limp, so I'm limping, Just,
Please don't hit me. I'm already
I'm
limping.
serious. I thought I was your baby. You know,
Right?
it's like, but,
Oh man, that would be great.
yeah,
I
your
never
mom
thought of
says
that when
love
I
you
was little.
too. You're our superstar. Your mom is pretty awesome.
Oh,
Thank you so
my
very
mama.
much.
She is.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she's my biggest fan. Both my parents, my dad works really, really hard. He always has for our family. Always, always. My dad is always working. So shout out to my dad for holding it down all the time. Like I love and appreciate him with all my heart.
And it's good that you have.
Both my
It's
parents.
good that you have a good structure there, a good support structure for you,
Yes,
because
they are 1,000% behind me.
chasing the dream, chasing everything. Success is nothing without somebody to share it with, and those people that are by, and then to recognize them, to you know to make sure that they know that you appreciate all of their hard work and efforts that they've done for you, because of the fact that it is not, being on both sides of the system, being either a performer, in front of the stage, and also behind the microphone, and a promoter. And I own a couple of clubs and bringing people in. I've seen a lot of different aspects of the music industry, and I do know that it's easy for you to fall, especially when you have somebody that's sitting there giving you this information, like you're incredible, you're this, without any
Yes,
ramifications of what it is that you do. It's hard to get lost in that world, because
yes,
you need mom and dad. You need to know where you're coming from. You need to have the brothers and the sisters and the family members to help.
yes.
Look, on
And my
stage,
primos and my primas,
right? Yeah, on stage,
they're super supportive too.
right? On stage, you can be Di Marie all you want, but at
Oh
home,
yes,
at home, you can just be you, and
I'm
that's
just
really,
die.
yeah, you just
Yes,
die.
and I
And
love
so,
that you said that. I love that you said that because I always, they're die die on stage. Of course, it's like I said, you turn into a completely different person. You really transform. You let whatever problems that you're going through at that moment, or you know anything. It kind of all disappears, and
mm,
you are there solely to bring happiness to other people. At least for me, I'm there because I love to bring smiles to people's faces. Like I love to see them, they're just looking at their eyes, and just like, it's just a feeling I cannot explain, and you
mm,
know that you're there for them. You know that you're there to sing your heart out and to make them happy and to perform to your best of your ability, and that's what it's all about, is singing from your heart, and they feel that, they feel your vibrations, they feel your energy, your vibe, and that's why I love it so much. Again, and that's why I said, man, even separating myself, or going solo is a very, very tough decision for me, only because I know that this isn't going to happen overnight. It's me starting over again. I'm starting from scratch, and picking up where I left off, and it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to be on stage, for a while to get that feeling and to feel those feelings that I feel every weekend, so to be able, it's going to be really hard for me, and that's something that I have to kind of just like, okay, how is this going to work for me, because I'm so used to I have a pretty heavy schedule. I work full time. Like I said, I work for ICE, and I go to school. I'm getting my bachelor's degree, um, bachelor's of science in social work. And I sing also. I play on the weekends, every weekend, faithfully. So I'm also a full time mom. So it's a lot. People ask me all the time, how do you manage to juggle all of that? And to me, it's not a lot, and maybe it's because I'm a multitasker, but I love what I do, and everything that I do, I when I set my mind to something, also, I accomplish it and I get it done. Not to say that I'm not a huge procrastinator, because that I am.
I think we all are. Yeah.
And you know what, I think I've gotten so much better. I've gotten so much better at, do saying that I'm going to do something and following through, and my word is my word. If I say I'm going to be there, you best believe that I'm going to be there. I will not let you down. I will. If I say, like I said this morning, I worked nights, right? So I work till 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl. I'm a musician at heart, is what I say. I'm up all night and sleep till about 2, 3,
Hmm.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm up and at it again. But um,
Such is the
I
life on the
I
road, you know.
Yes, yes, I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. But I have a schedule, I as I work, I do my schoolwork at night. Also, everybody's asleep. It's like the best time to study. It's I have my quiet time, everybody's asleep. The kids are asleep. And my kids are older already too. My daughter just turned 16. My son
Excuse
is
me,
20.
she's 6. You know, remember you just
Yes,
graduated
I
a
just
couple.
graduated from high
Yeah,
school,
so
remember, 2 years ago.
yeah.
But
Though they're just
no, I
they're adopted children, adopted. You know, that's what that is.
I love my babies. I do. But yeah, and I'm still their mom. At the end of the day, that is my number one priority. My kids will always come first. Always first and foremost. My babies are my everything, and they know that. They know that they are my priority, and everything that I do is for them. And to better us. So again, everything I do, as far as all the work, like people tell me earlier, my friend, when well, I was going back to me waking up at 6 or going to bed at 6 in the morning, sleeping for 2 hours, getting up to get ready because I made a promise to my friend that I was going to have lunch with her at 11. So I did. I woke up really early, or I was up all night till 6, and then, slept for about 2 hours. Then I had to take my daughter to school at about 8:50, 9 o'clock. And then I said, I have to be there at 11. I still have to take a shower. I have to get ready. It's a process, So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just stay up. So I stayed up, went to lunch with her. Lunch was over like at 3. It was like a breakfast brunch, or brunch, no, breakfast, brunch, lunch, and then come home. So I got home and I was like, oh my goodness, again. Then my daughter gets off at 4, so it was already closer to 4, and I was like, okay, when am I gonna find time to sleep today? Like,
And
that's why I was like,
I have
okay,
this boring interview with this guy.
no, no,
He
no,
calls
no,
himself
no,
an Indian. By
no.
the way, your mom is like, I love you too, Rick. Because Rick is like, I love you, Edna. And she's like, I love you too, Rick. You know you're my fan, right? Way to go,
You
mom.
see, I told you. Mom has
We-
fans. I'm
I'm a,
telling you,
I'm a
mom
fan,
has
mom.
fans.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Where can I get your shirt? Speaking about your
Right? I
merchandise,
should
where can
make
we get?
shirts with her face on.
Right? Where do we get your merch?
So you can definitely message me. I did have I need to, now that I'm starting back up again, I need to go in and fix my store, because I did have a store online at my own website, dimariemusic1.com. So I need to go in and fix all of that all over again. But if anybody wants a t-shirt or a koozie or a CD, I still have lots of CDs, my first, my second album. Reach out to me and I will definitely get that to you. And also support all of your local artists as well. Like everybody, we're all in this together. There's room for everybody, and the more that we help each other out, that is our biggest thing. And is going to the shows, supporting the music, and buying the merchandise. And that, because it's all word of mouth. There's people will see the T-shirt, be like, "Hey, who's that?" And then ask, or even just look it up just by looking at the cap or the T-shirt. Like, man, that's a really cool T-shirt. I want it. So it's all word of mouth. It's all about advertisement and marketing, and and we have to support each other in this industry. It's not dog eat dog. It's, we're going to
Right.
help each other out, and we're going to grow together as a family and as a team. Tejano in general, we need to help each other grow and boost each other up. And the more that we have unity, Tejano is just, it's going to get better. I know it is. It's going to grow. We need to get it back to where it used to be, evolving in the music, and, getting just more people to support it, and supporting our new artists is what we need to do.
Obviously, I completely concur with that statement because of the fact that that's one of the things that I constantly preach. Go out to the shows, support your artists, buy their merch,
Yes.
go to those shows. And then also, you can stream their music that's really good. Don't I'm not saying that it's not, but let me put it to you this way. If you stream a song, they get 0.0001% of a cent when they stream
Yes.
it. Okay, they stream it a million times, they get
Yes.
$1,000. However, you can buy it like you can on Cuba Radio for 99 cents.
99
And
cents.
if you
Less
are
than
one
a
of the
double cheeseburger at
uh,
McDonald's.
right, less than that Starbucks coffee that you constantly want. And if I
Yes.
do that, then I won't be able to get my Starbucks coffee. What I tell you is what Di Marie says in this beautiful song. No llores.
Ah.
No llores por él, que no vale la pena. No llores por él, hay que tener más fuerza. Yo ya me cansé de explicarte y decirte que tú mereces mucho más que ese amor. Él fue infiel y no puedes negarlo. Ha tocado tu piel, dejando huellas en tus brazos. Ya te lo advertí, me duele verte en sus brazos. No quiero ver que sufras más ese dolor. Viendo tus ojos, me muestras tu tristeza. Con cada lágrima que cae, aquí estoy. Las cicatrices que él te ha dejado se quedarán por siempre en nuestro corazón. No llores por él, que no vale la pena. No llores por él, hay que tener más fuerza. Yo ya me cansé de explicarte y decirte que tú mereces mucho más que ese amor. Él fue infiel y no puedes negarlo. Ha tocado tu piel, dejando huellas en tus brazos. Ya te lo advertí, me duele verte en sus brazos. No quiero ver que sufras más ese dolor. Viendo tus ojos, me muestras tu tristeza. Con cada lágrima que cae, aquí estoy. Las cicatrices que él te ha dejado se quedarán por siempre en nuestro corazón.
Oh my gosh. Your dad, Albert.
My dad, yes.
Yes, Albert Macias, he just joined us and he says, "Love you,
Aww.
mamita. Dad is your number two fan." Mhm.
They're both my number one fans. My dad, I'm telling you, he's a hard worker. He's always working. I promise you, we've missed so many holidays and birthdays, and he's like, I love you guys. I wish I was there. And we appreciate. I don't think that he knows how much he's appreciated and loved. And so shout out to my dad for holding it down, for working as hard as he does for us. And we love you. We love you for all you do. So thank you. Thank you for being my number one fan, just like mom is. Not my number two, my
Not
number one.
that the number one, not the number two, but the number one,
No,
and that's the way it
they're
is.
both my number one fans.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's really awesome. Nate Martinez is listening from Colorado, and great job, Di
Nice.
Marie. Uh,
Thank you,
you
Nate.
know,
Shout out to Nate and everybody watching. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support through the years. Through my musical career. It's been almost 10 years. This year, I believe, is my 10th year since I released my first album in 2024. It'll be 10 years. So it's been a journey, and I've grown so much as an artist, an artist in this industry. And being female, let me tell you, it's tough. We we get, I feel like, the short end of the stick, and it's harder for a woman than it is for a male, but we can do it. You know what I mean? We're out there and we're striving, and you know Shelly, just 40 years of music, 40 years of being on the road and dedicating your life to something that you absolutely love. And of course, we're going to keep seeing more of Shelly also, of her being in the studio and helping new and up and coming artists, has been her goal these past few years, seeing her collaborate with all these new people. And that is definitely inspiring. And I aspire and I look up to a lot of these artists, because I grew up listening to them as well. So being able to work with them and talk to them and relate with them is also super amazing. So, to everybody watching, thank you guys so much for your love and support. Because it's what I always say: without you guys, we are nothing. If we don't have the listeners, the support from the people, then we don't get anywhere. We are nothing. So you are the ones that make our shows. You are the ones that, you I always say it in all of our shows with the Iconics, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here tonight. And that speaks volumes to me. Because it does. You're there to support the band as a unit, and to keep supporting. Go out and see your favorite bands. Go out and watch your favorite artists. It doesn't matter who it is, but just go pay the 5, the 10, the 15, even the $20, because, and even 20, like you pay $200-300 to go see Bad Bunny, or Grupo Firme, you know what I mean? Like it,
Right.
it's a small token to, and it's great music. You're going to enjoy yourself. I promise. It's going to be a great show. You're going to have a good time, so come out, come out, enjoy the shows, listen to our music. Like you said, it costs 99 cents, less than a double cheeseburger at McDonald's. I'm telling you, the double cheeseburger is good, but the music is going to last you a lifetime,
Right. The Dimery,
not just a moment.
right. TDK says Dimery is awesome. He also jumps
Oh,
in
shout
there.
out to DDK. Yes,
Yeah, he
he's an
says,
amazing dancer,
oh, yeah,
amazing
that's true.
bailarin.
Yeah,
Yes.
he says, shout out to George Clooney de la Onda. Tejano ain't dead, baby. So
Tejano
that's
ain't
pretty
dead,
cool.
baby.
So we come to the part of the show where you get to take control and say whatever it is that you want to share. Give the shout outs, give them information about what's going on with you, whatever it is that you want to share. It is completely you. I'm going to go ahead and take myself out of this and give you the floor, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ms. Di Marie.
Again, guys, thank y'all so much for your love and support. Again, don't stop supporting your favorite bands, your favorite groups. Go out there, pay those 15, 10, 15, $20. We love and appreciate you so much, more than you'll ever know. Again, new artists, if you're starting out and you don't know where to start, you don't know where to go, you need help with recording or picking a studio or of producers, or who do I go to, reach out to me. I would love to help you get you started. I was there at one point. Like I said, I'm going on 10 years. I just helped Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics put out their album, and I would love to be a stepping stone to helping you as well. Guys, if you want to purchase my music or buy any of my merchandise, reach out to me. I have the merch until my store is back up and running. You can reach me on all social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Dimery Music. Um, on I believe it's Instagram is Dimery Music One. Snapchat, if you're a snapper, Dimery Music One. I love to snap. I love to interact with all of my followers, all the people that all my friends. So again, guys, reach out to me. You need anything? I'm literally a click away from your phone. Like literally, just message me. I'm always here for you guys. Again, thank you for all your love and support throughout the years. To my family, I love you guys, mom, dad. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are my heartbeat. To my kids, I love my babies, Joseph, Delane. Like they are my world. You guys know you're my world, and everything that I do is for you. And I love you guys. To all my cousins, I love you guys too, so so much. Thank you for loving me, for supporting my musical career thus far. Guys, I'm super excited for what's to come. I'm not sure where this road is gonna lead me. or what, what I'm going to plan on doing next. Again, it was a really hard decision to part ways, and like I said, I might still do a few shows. I know Mike has a few shows that he still wants me to be a part of. So it's something that we're going to talk about. And so if I do post, hey, I'm going to be here with the Iconics or Di Marie, guys, come out and support. And again, there's a new album that just dropped. Te Llevo en mi alma. One of my songs is on there as well. Go out and purchase Mi Necesidad. It's the newest single on that album. Amazing album, guys. Support your local artists. Go out, watch those shows, support the music, buy the merchandise. And again, I'm a phone call away. If you need anything, I'm a click away. Los quiero mucho, los amo, and I'll see you guys on the road. Muchos abrazos y besos.
Very well said, Di. Thank you so very much for joining us. I want to say thank you so very much. Extend an open invitation whenever you're ready to come back to the show. Please come back.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you so much, Lawrence, for having me on Cuba Radio FM, guys. Please continue to support him. He is amazing at what he does. He has 4 degrees. He was telling me behind the scenes, guys, he is a smart man, very techie. I don't know if you guys saw the flyer that he made and the videos. Like, he's amazing. You guys reach out to Lawrence. He does amazing things as well. So thank you for having me on your show tonight. I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
No, I'm actually, thank you so very much for being here. Like I was saying, it's wonderful. You didn't have to share that. I'm just Lawrence. I'm just some guy from Vancourt, Texas.
You're humble. You're humble.
I'm also a polyglot, so that's one of the things that, I'm kind of happy to say. That's a person who speaks 7 languages. If you're ever wondering what that means, but
so we're going on trips. Where are we going? ¿A dónde vamos?
Well, let's just go.
Now I found somebody he speaks 7 languages.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Prefiere italiano o francés, s'il vous plaît. Or, it just doesn't matter. So let's just go ahead and get it.
Did you just call me way? No, I'm just kidding.
Which way? I don't know. I don't speak that language. No, just kidding. So, no, thank you so very much. Like I said, open-ended. If you want to come anytime, give me a buzz. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, support your artists. In order to do that, just go out to their shows. You buy their merchandise. Put down the phone. Enjoy it. Look with your eyes. It will be a better memory than what you can put on your phone. Yes. Lastly, thank you so very much for being here with us. Myself, Miss Di Marie, beautiful person. She's looking at, if for those of you that are on the radio, I'm telling you, she's super gorgeous. She's like looking at the surface of the sun, is so bright and beautiful. And so please keep joining. Please keep listening and supporting her music. She's got new stuff coming out, but currently her single that's out right now is Déjate Amar. We will leave you with that song. Thank you so very much. Indio, Di Marie, Cuba Radio. We will see y'all when we see y'all. And lastly, let me leave you with this. If you are feeling down, if you are feeling, if you're struggling, just remember, every day planes take off against the wind. Absolutely. Much love. Love you guys. Bye.
Abrazos.
Déjate amar, no tengas miedo, deja quererte sin motivo. Sé que barreras construidas por el pasado en tu vida. Quiero unirme en tu camino, porque me muero de estar contigo. Solo pido una oportunidad, dime que sí, porque a tu lado quiero estar, soy feliz. A tu lado soy capaz de volar y déjame demostrar que no me importa de perderlo todo y junto a ti venceré sobre todo. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas para ti. deja quererte sin motivo. Sé que barreras construidas por el pasado en tu vida. Quiero unirme en tu camino porque me muero de estar contigo. Solo pido una oportunidad, dime que sí, porque a tu lado quiero estar, soy feliz. A tu lado soy capaz de volar, déjame demostrar que no me importa de perderlo todo y junto a ti venceré sobre todo. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas para ti. Solamente para ti. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda la que deseas. ¿Qué es lo que te falta para ser feliz? Mi vida, todo lo que hago solo es para ti. Déjame bajarte las estrellas, eternamente ser tú toda